Okay. Greetings, all my dreamers and dreamettes. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel or new to this live, you know what to do. Subscribe right now. Also, like and share this live. We got a lot to talk about today. So we're gonna jump right in it, trying to get my energy up, trying to get everything going. It's early, it's a Monday, so we gotta keep this energy up and going. We got a lot to talk about. So you guys just settle in. I'm trying to settle in myself too. Thoughts racing. Let's fix this up right here, Okay. If you don't know, this live right here is sponsored by Inspired by Dreams, and that's my clothing brand. If you guys want to support the brand, it's inspired by dreams.shop. And you from the latest, we have hoodies, t-shirts, crop tops, everything you need to get your drip on and add something original to your closet. Check me out. And also, one of my supporters, Yoli's Creations. You guys make sure you go check her out. She has these dope bracelets, though. They're really dope bracelets. You guys can go check out. Get your energy bracelets. They're really nice. All right. Okay, y'all. Okay. I get it. So, Biden. So we see that Biden ends the presidential reelection campaign, and everybody is talking about this Biden. You know, I think that has been in the air for a little second now that people wanted him to, just not go into the next election, and people didn't know what he was going to do about it. But for me, like I told you guys from the first beginning, it is what it is in these times. Make sure that I see a lot of people, I'm just the behind look at all of this. I see a lot of people going through some mental stress behind this whole who's going to win the election and who, you know, the winner of this all is going to be the person who wins mentally that is not affected by all of this nonsense that's been going around in these times. And that's the reason why I don't really all the way attached to it, because I don't want to take my energy and have it being sucked by people that hardly don't even care for me or even value the things that I see that's important in these times. So this right here, what I wanted to bring to you guys. I wanted to know who you guys going for. Maybe who do you how do you feel this whole election is going? Is it like a big mess? Do you see it the way I see it? Because the way I see it, everything is out of whack, and the crime is still increasing, and people need help in these times. People need help, man. It's really more than the election. That it's so many other things going on around this election that we see who's in cahoots with who, because the businesses that are falling, retailers that are falling, they're all in cahoots with either Democrats or Republicans. And I don't know, man. It seems like nobody has anything to stand stable on in these times, and I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised that by people not being able to come together or come to a decision or have some kind of understanding of what's going on. I understand the confusion because we've been living through all this confusion for like 4 or 5 years now. We've been living through confusion, not being told the right things, and being just don't know who to go with. It's a lot of deception. So not understanding what's going on, or not wanting to be a part of it, or pay attention to it, or having it lay on your head of your mental stress, I could understand. You don't have to get your mind and all trapped into who's going to win. Really, in the end, you have to win. You have to win as a person, no matter how this ends up, because we have some tough times to come, you guys. We have a lot of tough times to come. I won't sit here and tell you that it's going to be all good. For me, I feel like it's going to be worse before it get better. So you have to know how to, carry yourself through these times and be able to secure yourself. So yeah, man, that's what as far as that, that's all I really have to say on that Biden thing, because health, presidents, they're at older ages. They don't have younger age presidents, and you have to set that out too. You're thinking long term. You're not just thinking now. You're thinking for the whole 4 years, and ages go up, and life is life, and all we're looking for, I guess, people are looking for the best person in position to defend America from whatever we're going through, from whatever we might not know. And I guess that's the best way to look at it. So, I don't say put my trust in somebody, because it's hard for me to trust people that don't care about me, or people that don't, at least I just don't, they don't, we just don't have see eye to eye on certain things. So it's hard for me to believe. And I think the people are like feeling this type of energy, that not, being able to trust, and that's in the air right now. So that's going to be a big confusion when it comes down to the last, who's going to win this whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. May the best man win. And I'm seeing here that Sean Kingston and his mother, they're facing up to 20 years behind bars in connection to that. I guess it was 1 million wire fraud scheme. And that's what I'm saying. All these frauds and these schemes, when it comes to like anything to do with these bankers or anything like that, these are the people that's running the world, and they're not so happy right now, in other words. So yeah, these crimes are going to be trumped up, trumped up, trumped up because, excuse me, no pun intended, but these crimes are going to be trumped up because of the just the retailers getting robbed. I put up a reaction on the smash and grabs, and around the world, could you imagine how many smash and grabs? We're in the thousands and thousands now, retailers being robbed. In New York, I believe they arrested, let me see, let me make sure I get it in for you guys to make sure these numbers are right here. In New York alone, they just arrested, okay, so in New York State, the police have arrested 359 people for retail theft on the retail theft crackdown. So you could just imagine how many people more there is and how many people are just going about doing this. You guys really got to check out my reaction. It dropped today. The smash and grab, it's absolutely crazy out here. I feel like you should stand by in these times, in these particular times. A lot of people get online and they have this facade of who they want them to be, or just a facade of how they're feeling, like that fake energy of everything's all right, everything's going all right, everything's going good. We got it. We got this. But really, when you look through these people's eyes, a lot of people are lost. A lot of people are lost, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. A lot of people don't know where, if their retirement or if their money that they're making is going to be sustainable enough to carry them on to these next years to come. There's a lot going on mentally that people, it's going to be a hard time for people to just take themselves out of the struggles they're going through to, to support somebody else that doesn't even support what they're going through. So I feel like everybody has these groups of people, and everybody has their ideologies in these groups, and just stick to the people who love you. Whatever they're doing, you try to formulate some kind of agreement with them, not with the world or social media. Who cares about what people think on social media? At the end of the day, these people don't care about you. They don't. They don't. It's just like, remember in Bronx Tale when he asked the kid, you think Mickey Mantle will pay, to pay your rent? No, no, no. So you have to be mindful of, people have their own agenda. Some people, they scared they're gonna lose the money they have, and some people, they're just worried about it's gonna stop the money that they didn't even get yet. So it makes no sense to worry your mind and get your mind all tangled up in these things. We have to deal with more civil things, more society-driven things, crime in the streets, the things that you encounter on your everyday basis that could be detrimental to you going out there every day. I got my peoples out there, people going out to work doing these things, and you got these folks out here with guns. It's hard to, to concentrate on something else that's not, the main. We got to cover the stuff that really counts for us. Those people out there, they could do their thing and hide over there and hide over here. But we have to, as a community, being that we're not sticking together, find a few people to stick together with, and that will be your alliance. That will be your little army. And that's what people have in these, whether they're like, creator groups or whatever you might call them, critical thinkers is what I like to call them. People that don't just see things to face front and like to break it down. Try to get in groups like that so you can kind of come to some kind of understanding when you're out there confused. Because being confused in these times is going to be, this is going to go on for a long time. This whole deception, you have to, from this point on with the internet, you have to figure things out for yourself. I don't take things off of what somebody say about somebody else. I have to take things off of face and what I see and what I feel to believe is true. That's what I'm doing in these times. I'm not going off of what anybody else is saying, and I'm feeling way more better in these times than I did a few years back. A few years back, this would have took a stress on me. Trust me. Who's gonna win and how's it gonna look for the future of art? But now it's kind of like I feel so like whatever is gonna happen, I'm so ready to just take it on face front. Whether it what it could be hurdles in front of me that stop what I'm doing. I'm still going forward because at the end of the day, I feel like life is worth more living than what these people say it is. These people are been hiding and lying for years. I'm not whatever they do the opposite. Do the opposite, man. Do the total opposite. Not only do I don't believe in these people, they don't even respect their own people. I see a lot of these neighborhoods. A lot of the crimes have been done. It's us against us. It's hard to trust our own people. So how you think we're gonna trust somebody else? We have to learn how to trust and re-love again before we could even get into these big time decisions that people want us to make. Come on now, they don't care about you. You got to be more mindful of these things, man. Don't let these people trick you out of the things that is more is gonna you're gonna need for your life. Because the more you concentrate on that, there's going to be another person that gets inspired by that, and then everybody will in turn start bettering their life instead of bettering other people's life that don't even care about you. You know how many the I would say the sewer rate is going up and up and up and up because of mental health, because of money loss, and predictions that people think is things that's going to happen, and people are losing their mind behind that stuff. All to me, like when I hear like a lot of these dudes, they're like, oh, the gatekeepers in hip hop. Gatekeepers, you know what gatekeepers are in hip hop? They're house N words. That's the only that they're equivalent. They're equivalent. The people that they don't have a leg to stand on, but still they'll still try to look down on somebody and say, you know what, he's not doing this right. Why don't you put a helping hand for them same people that's in what you rapping? So there's other people trying to come up behind you. Why don't you put a helping hand? No, you adapted the same things as these gatekeepers out there that's been holding you back. You adapted these same traits. How could people trust in you? These people don't even, they're around people that don't even trust, they can't even trust. You can't turn your back on somebody that you can't trust. Things can happen. You can get stabbed in the back for things like that. You have to be around people that love you and build with those people. Every time people make the same mistake over and over again, putting people in their establishment, bringing people into their circles that are not needed for them. And they get into these circles and they mess everything up and it just changes everybody's the way they think and everything. No, be open to new things and be open to new people and new experiences. Stop going off of what these people have been telling you all this time. It hasn't been working. Look at them. They scrambling right now. Even in entertainment, don't you see the decrease in entertainment as well as the society? Once society is dropping, entertainment's dropping. Nobody's believing in what they're trying to pitch. They're trying to still pitch. I see people still trying to sell y'all things. And people falling for it in the middle of the chaos. They trying to sell you a book, trying to sell you with this, sell you with that. Meanwhile, you ask them for something and see if they respond back to you, or if they don't pick out certain people from certain places just for their weird type of thinking. I gotta show the people I'm doing something for the people. It's all fake energy. Don't believe in these people. Believe in the people that at least have a better understanding of what's going on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because you're dealing with a lot right now. The same people, be mindful of the people that they champion the Diddy's and those guys, and they want these guys to get out these cases. I hear about talking about Diddy. What about Irv Gotti? Irv Gotti, he's it might be a possibility. It was so tricky in wording when I read it. I'm like, he's thinking about countersuing. What do you mean thinking about countersuing? Is either you're doing it or you're not. Are you guilty or you're not? Because it wasn't a long time in the past. It was only a few years back, and what we have seen from you as far as your past and the things you've been talking about, it kind of fits you. So if is are you doing the civil suit or not? Because in these times, you guys, man, I mean, all those old ways and those old ideologies, how you thought you were cool from disrespecting women and things like that, you guys were the problem. It will stop pointing the finger at these people that own these companies before you got there. The rules were implanted before you got there. When you got there, you adapted those same rules and you turned it around and put it on your people. You don't think these people don't? Well, some people ain't gonna understand that, but you don't think that there's people out here that could see what you guys were doing? No, no. So whoever they're championing, just know that they're not. Just go the opposite way if you want to know if you're kind of confused on what to do, because you know that whatever their agenda is not going to be in your benefit. And that's how you have to weigh out some. If you don't understand something, or go to somebody that has a better understanding of what's going on in these times, or what would be a better fit for you. But I'd be damned for somebody to tell me online something about, how they can better my life, and they ain't even their life is all confused and all behind the scenes, and they can't even get themselves together. Couldn't even tell you what love is, but they're gonna tell you how much they could put in your pocket. A bunch of foolishness, man. Don't let them fool you. They sit up there with, like, they think they have this education, but the education that they have is not gonna be the type of education that can carry us forward in the future. You have a stimulated, adapted education that it cuts off. The real education is, what did you do after the learn? What did you do on your own to go out there and learn for yourself? The things that you pick up. Don't bring this education that people put in your brain. You don't even know what you're talking about. So be mindful of these people. Everybody wants to sound this, sound that, or dress this way, or dress that way. But in the end, I'm telling you, these are the same people that they're going to be grieving the first ones. They're not going to have any understanding of it, because the only thing that led them was the material things, the money. Everybody wanna everybody wanna look and good and do this, but you could just tell when somebody's focused on how they how they want to present themselves, or what they're presenting. Do you have a message, or you just want to show people how the messenger is dressed? It's like, I can't, man. I can't. Anybody could walk down the block with 30 people behind them and hold up a sign. But after you finish holding up the sign and screaming at the top of your lungs, are you getting anything accomplished? Why are you selling tickets for jewels that your own people should know right now and pick up? Why are you selling these stuff? Are you trying to make a profit to go where? Nowhere. So you don't understand that it's a cutoff. There's a cutoff cap. It's kind of like you're not going to be recommended in the world, just like how YouTube recommends the people they want to be on top. The world is not going to recommend you to be in that position. So the best thing that you should be doing for yourself right now is building yourself a value that you can lead people and get your tribe together. Because everything else is all a facade. It's all made up stuff. Watch. I'm telling you. I'm not going to be the guy that's going to be so surprised that this happened or that happened over there. I'm just not going to be that guy. I'm sorry. And I'm telling you from right now, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be the guy prepared, like, oh, that happened. This is what I have to get done. This is what I have to get done. We don't have time for this fear and being scared of if things go tomorrow, be prepared for things to go tomorrow. But you have to fight. We're going to have to fight. And that's how it's going to have to be. It's going to be a fight. Regardless of if you want it to be or not, it's going to be a fight. You don't accomplish anything great without fighting for it. These easy accomplishments, those are not real accomplishments. Those are things that just put in place so you can feel comfortable and be stagnant. It's common sense to tell you. I don't want to be comfortable. The friction causes the fire. I don't want to be comfortable. I haven't been comfortable before. Why would I want to be comfortable now? I'm always aware. I'm always on point. That's how you have to be in these times. You have to know what's coming and what's behind you. The people on the side of you, the people on the side of you, those are the ones that love you. Not the people behind you. The ones on the side of you, those they walking with you. Everybody else is BSing. Because when they go down, they ain't going to do nothing. They're going to stand behind the guy that's going to be bluffing. Trust me. So I want you guys to really take heed of what's going on, and don't put all your thoughts, all your hopes in one bag. Put your hopes on yourself. Bet on yourself this year. That's what I would say. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Those guys are going to crumble. Trust me. And I'm not here to scare you. Rest in peace to there's a lady, I don't know if you guys know, there's a lady, her name is Rachel Minaya, and she's the wife of Yankees executive Omar. He was found dead in their New Jersey home. And they're saying that it looks like it's a mysterious case, excuse me. But in these times, people think that pills can make you commit suicide. Meanwhile, on the commercial, it tells you, this might cause suicide, this and that. But people don't put those two and two together. That if somebody can put something in it and you commit suicide on your own. People don't understand, and I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I'm just saying that people don't extend their mind to think maybe this scenario, maybe this, maybe that. They'd rather say it's a conspiracy theory because that's the easiest thing to do. That's the easiest thing to throw it away. But in the end, guess who's the ones hurt first? Them. Never prepared, always surprised, and just uneducated of what they have to do next. It's just the same thing on the cycle every time. And I see it. I didn't have to, I knew the energy was going to be different this Monday, just with this whole Biden and Donald. So what? So if Trump wins, or whoever's in office wins, I mean, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna still keep on your journey, or did you even start your journey yet because you was too focused on what they consider is gonna be the next thing to come? People have to be very aware of that. People are all jumping in this thing like it's like the next Royal Rumble or something. It's not. It's not. It's a lost culture, and people have no trust. And society right now is broken when it comes to the economy all over the world. So when you see these people running in these retail stores, or people driving their cars through stores to grab up a whole bunch of guns, yeah, it does look like our last days. But what it's saying is that people they're not going for what is put in front of them. They refuse. That's the one thing I have to give to Gen Z. Gen Z said, no way, we are being scammed. They figured it out. They figured it out. This whole lifestyle, this whole facade about, oh, you have to fly to Dubai and do this and do that. They went to those places and they said, this is not what I thought it was. Gen Z has arrived and said, this is the work 9 to 5 working. They don't want none of that. They realize all of this stuff. At the end of the day, you end up in pain, and you don't get the benefits of the time you put in. So Gen Z didn't go with that. So now the world gets nervous. Please vote for me. Please vote for me. No, it's not about that. How about y'all vote for us? How about that? Vote for the people. Start listening to the people and what they really need in these communities. The billions of dollars that you guys make in 2 days, start splitting it up amongst the people, and then you'll see where people's minds and how things can, rebuild. But when you pushing people into work and pulling people from other places and putting them in New York City, and now the place is flooded, and get rid of those damn scooters. There's more scooters, and immigrants are going like this. It's like a weighing out. And y'all know what I mean. I'm saying, I don't, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm telling you what it is. Where do scooters come from? And what are they for? Don't y'all realize, people are so busy jumping on the scooters. Don't you realize that each one of those scooters are a tracking system? Those scooters are connected to phones. Dumbo. So while you out there and you're doing the crime on the damn scooter and popping off that old lady's, yeah, you're being, those scooters, every one of those are connected to phones. So every one of those phones where those scooters are at have a connection to a computer. But nobody ain't thinking that. They just prop the scooter up in front of their house because it look good. Get the scooter out of here, man. I can't trust the scooter either. I don't trust the scooter or you. Beat it. If I wanted the scooter, I would have bought one myself. Ain't nobody just jumping on those scooters. Get that out of here. What is that? I believe it's called that. Who's behind that? These are the things you have to, you want to know before you just hop on the scooter and just start flying down the block. Because at the end of the day, if you don't realize who you're buying from and these companies that you're supporting, you end up talking about these people and you're supporting them at the same time. Don't be stupid. It's only weighed out like this. This is what we're fighting with in the future. We're fighting with health and technology. Those are the two things. Health and technology. Who are you voting for? That's what it is. If you're voting for health, you're living a longer life. If you're voting for technology, you're getting things faster. It's up to us. Because as far as the vote and what you think is the vote in the app, that vote has been made already. That we don't see that vote. That vote has been voted in already. We don't get to see that vote. The vote we see is just people coming together and waiting for this new opening of the same nonsense that we're gonna receive. No, these people are put in place. I did a reaction, you guys, and it's out today. It's for my new episode of Money, Power, and Ownership. And on there, it shows you how easily everybody's talking about the clone this, clone that. It wasn't even about a big clone and a big robot machine. All they had to do was put on a face mask. All they had to do was put on a mask. But people thinking about it has to be all this electric engineered. You're thinking too far out for something you don't understand. Nobody's gonna think that far out of building a robot to take a place of a human yet. No, they're right now. They're in the process of seeing if things can, the rebirth, they're thinking of building off of things that, like, just like how humans make humans, they're trying to get robots to make robots. I told you they was gonna do this. They're learning these patterns, and once it's learned, it don't have to go back to it. Like how we have to rebrush. Oh, we might have forgot something we learned. Rebrush ourselves. Or they don't have to do that with AI and things like that. It just keeps going and going and going. They knew in a few days that the AI was going to be smarter than any human that on this planet. There's so many humans on this planet. The majority is lazy. The majority is not critical thinkers. Not just lazy, but they're in this. It's just an everyday. It's the function of you going 9 to 5 every day. You get used to that pattern, and you're just living on this pattern. I can't blame you for not understanding. But I thank God that I have a free mind where I can think for myself, and nobody could come in and tell me how to think, or I have to go with anybody's thoughts, because I don't trust in them either. And you know that from when you speak to me, you realize that no. Where do you want to take this? Like it's either you're gonna see it for how I'm seeing it and try to connect some kind of way to it, or I'm gonna going on with my beliefs, and I can go this way. But that's just how life works. You feel like I don't know why people feel like they're so together with this whole Democrat and Republican. These people couldn't even be neighbors. But yet they feel like they're coming together for this one cause that's gonna still make things a mess. I mean, come on now. You see how many people have been killed over just over the weekend? Hundreds and hundreds of people around the world. We had some more smash and grabs. We had a few mental health cases, and we had a lot of suicides. That's a sad thing. Because not only are people losing it, they have nowhere to turn to. When you have nowhere to turn to, that's where that leads out. The rat gonna keep banging at the wall if he smells cheese behind it. He's not gonna go around the corner just to see that there's a hole around there so he can get back around, because the more and more he leaves the cheese, the smell goes away. He has to stay close to the smell. So their nose is on that wall. While the smarter rat would have went around and got back to the smell. Oh, it's okay. The smell is increasing again. No, nobody wants to take the second look. Everybody just wants to take things for face value, and that's the reason why you get stuck in a trap every single time. It's the people that refuse to go for that nonsense. But people still, laughing, joking, and grinning on social media like this is not. It's not a game. It's not a game. You don't want to be the guy or the lady surprised why your business just disappeared, or why your car got broken into, or why your friend got shot, or why you got to be out there with a weapon in your pocket trying to get some revenge for something that you could have avoided. It's because the energy and the temperature and the energy that people don't pay attention to, that's gonna be their downfall. So play it like you got it. You got it for now. But as these days go on, we'll see more and more things happening that we can't understand and have any explanation for. And it's because you're sidetracked off the things that don't even serve you. Concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on who you are, your health. Because that's the only thing that's coming out of this. That's one of the big things you have to look for. As far as these presidents, who is paying more for the health, and who is looking more for the technology? And those are the choices, not the people. Those people could be switched and switched around like bobbleheads. The main thing is understanding what are they fighting for, and do you feel in your heart that it's gonna a little bit of it gonna get done? If it has anything to do with culture or anything like that, just know that's not happening. That's not happening. That can't even happen in hip hop. We can't even get it together in hip hop. How do you think they're gonna get it together in the world? I mean, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Are we cracking jokes here, or are we talking real stuff now? Do you really think that right now America is under a mental health issue? America can't get it right. The whole America it's like under like this big trauma. So we're moving through that energy to try to defend something that we know that it's in jeopardy. We just don't know what it is. We don't know what they want. We don't know what's going on. But we know that something is in jeopardy. Something's going down. Until we figure that part about what's going on, we'll never have an understanding of who wins or what would they be defending or how it's going to turn out. We just got to brace ourselves and realize with war, after that, we have to rebuild. But something's going to come. And you can't be scared out here like one of these people that can't stand up for nothing because they're scared. They're trying to hold on to a little bit of money they think is valuable. No, you have to fight for what's right. You can't get what you want without a fight in this world. And once you realize that, you understand and change how you look and how you realize and how you read people. Some people ain't got the fight in them. Yeah, they talk a lot, but they ain't got the fight in them. It's the people that got the fight in them that will make this world a better place, not the people that just talk this nonsense or what they've been through. Everybody's been through a lot of stuff. The people that haven't been through stuff, they ain't been through it yet. Wise man said, nobody ever, he'd never seen somebody get away with doing something bad to someone else. Never in his whole life. If you think they got away, that's only what you think. But in this life, something along the way, it doesn't have to be today, tomorrow, a month away, it could be a year away. It's going to come right back around, baby. That's just how it works. Whether it's in your presence when it happened or not, no matter what you do, things always come back around. Remember that. Everybody's the toughest until they go down. Everybody's the toughest until they go down. But it's sad to see that people are just lost. People are trying to educate people on the presidential election. And these people, I mean, America. How many times have we been, the deception and the things that we have been told it wasn't for what it was. And then you come back and ask the same people for another favor. I ain't with it. Can I get a cheers 1 minute? Got a little lemonade. Cause I got a lot of editing to do today, man. To be honest with you, today my energy, I have to bring my energy up to where I want it. For now, I'm on the cool out. Enjoying my lemonade. Shouts out to Boosie, man, because a lot of times they try to give Boosie the short end of the stick, but I would say Boosie he won a settlement in a nightclub. He was suing a nightclub and he won. When it comes to things like that, having these lawsuits versus these companies that haven't been treating people in these communities right, you're gonna win. In these times, trust me, you're gonna win. Any lawsuits with any businesses, you're gonna win. I don't want to get in too much into explaining that, but if what you're pushing for is true, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Quick, like that. Quick. Sign off. Quick. The retailers right now, they took the biggest hit of all time. As far as I think it's looking like they don't want to go online, but that's where it's the safest at. The safest sale is online. Having a company that's, as far as like in Manhattan, or I'm just speaking for New York, like, or just a business out front, and having that being broken into a few times, you got to understand, after a while, these insurance companies don't want to insure these people. Keep happening. So then the company of itself, all that products and all that stuff, that begins to pile up, and now they're in debt. See, you guys think that it's a lot. When one hit takes a hit, one hit could be $1 billion. 2 hits could be $4 billion. It keeps going like that. It's not small numbers, because those retail stores hold a lot, and they have a lot under contract with a lot of like clothing designers, and that's why Nike's suing back. You see Nike suing back. They're suing back. Every little thing that's being taken from Nike, they're suing you right back, because they need that money generated back in. Actually opening probably new departments for people, that's infringing on their business or anything. Retailers are going to try to have their best protection at this time as possible, because they're losing money by the second. So you're going to see a lot of people in court with companies getting sued. So if you own a business, just do the right thing, and don't use your business as, like some like tax write-off. No, actually have your business amongst the people, or you'll find yourself in these places where somebody's going to snatch your business from you, or sue you for this or sue you for that. You don't need that. To make some money in these times is going to take the thing that you love, and being that you have to love it so much that even if you're not making money, you're still creating and you're still touching the people and putting your product out there in front of those people's eyes, that you can sustain through that. If you want that instant gratification of just money, I would say like there's not a lot of things. The only people are coming on YouTube and they're taking it for like almost like a spew out your problems type of thing. But you have to have some like the videos, especially when it comes to the black culture, the videos that we get recommended for are I've been seeing a lot of videos that's been recommended. And it's always something to do with like some bad energy, low energy, fighting, um, clowning, things of that nature. And I don't. It doesn't know. I mean, it's good to have jokes here and there, and I do like the comedy stuff. But there's also a time where there should be a well thought out serious section where people are trying to uplift their communities, being that we're the ones that's being affected in these communities. They don't. There's a few people I see here and there, and some of their stuff we match up with the same thoughts and ideologies. But for the most part, not a lot of people get recommended in that section. So I like this section because it's not a whole bunch of people hovering over it. And, you know, the positivity, yeah, doesn't always, it eventually rises to the top. In other words, you know, people hear you from a distance. And I'd rather this section instead of being cluttered in the messy section where people just can't find no understanding. And the only way they solve their outcomes is during fighting or screaming on each other, trying to prove that they're more of a man than somebody, have more of this than I can't. I find myself in a place where I just don't want to even deal with all that. I don't want to deal with those people, man. I rather take a loss on the back end of not being, because I don't want those type of people a part of my life. I don't want to meet them. I don't want to build with them. I just want people in my life like how I have now, people that I can trust. Because if when you put one person that you can't trust in a big faculty of people that love you, it could corrupt your whole business. So you got to be very careful in these times. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm feeling comfortable through the chaos. I just feel comfortable. I don't feel no way. I don't feel like both parties. I don't really feel like anybody's gonna serve me. I feel like Mayor Adams and the NYPD have been having a harder job than what's been going on out there because of all the mental health calls they've been having and all the shutdowns of these weed these weed stores that they have fentanyl, all this stuff that's poisoning the community. I feel like they had a tougher job out there. If anybody they want to raise some salaries, give them a salary raise, give the teachers the salary raise, give the people that's out there trying to prevent this whole world from not crumbling. Give them the salary raises, and so they can feel comfortable when they go home because they have mental issues too. I could just imagine waking up every single day and just waiting on some phone call that probably has to deal with a gun violence or mental health, and you think that in your mind that that's not gonna affect somebody? You really think that? That makes no sense to me. I really think that it's not only an issue, but even fighting against mental health becomes a part of you. It's like it starts weighing in on you. So everybody needs a little boost up in these times, man. The only people that don't need boost are the criminals and the people that's trying to harm people and these people that they call so-called gatekeepers. Get them out of here. Gatekeepers meet the Grim Reapers. I always say it like that. All the gatekeepers meet the Grim Reapers. Because black culture and hip hop, everybody wants to put on this face that they're helping their culture. Culture this, culture that. Meanwhile, hip hop made the black culture look like Soul Plane. Not Soul Train, Soul Plane. We came from Soul Train and they turned it into some like Soul Plane. Everybody is just leg out the window, not giving it. And then they wonder, oh, why you ain't doing this for me? Why you? No, that's the reason why you can't sell tickets in your concert right now because you don't really see eye to eye with the people. You ran from your community and you played a distance of looking down on them, and now you expect them to try to back you up or say something good about you. And your name all over the papers about how you did this to so and so and did that to that person. You expect people to back you up. Man, if there was tickets for that, man, I would buy that ticket for that comedy show. Are you crazy? And please, you guys, don't fall into the trap of dressing like these people because then you put yourself in the same situations. Like I told you when I started these lives, if you're wearing the rapper kit, you're gonna be treated like a rapper when you're out there. And what I mean by that is, you got your rollie, you got your big Cuban chain on, and you walking around, and then somebody thinks you, and they put a gun to your head to take that stuff. Now all the things that you really stood for is wiped away because this young boy, he just felt like he needed that stuff to be somebody on social media, and now he ran away with your life, and now he throwing the chains on, and it goes on and on and on until somebody kills him for that dumb stuff. So watch what you're putting out there, and you gotta watch these people and make sure that the energy they have matches up with their knowledge. Because a lot of people are just spewing out because they're hurt inside. I'm telling you, hurt people out could be out here fooling y'all too. Don't be surprised. Don't go with a hurt person's decision on anything, because he gonna lead you or she gonna lead you down the wrong path every single time. Y'all going for the Trump? Y'all going for Trump? That's who y'all going for? Who y'all going for? I mean, well, we don't even know. Do we? We don't even know. We just know that Biden's out. But what do y'all? How do y'all feel about that whole? Oh, you going for Kamala? Okay, she's Let me see. Hold on. Wow, somebody said Kamala Harris doesn't care about black people. What do you mean? You know what? To be honest with you, I don't think that a lot of them don't care about black people. I just think that we bring eyes to things, make things cool, and we're always used as like this marketing group of people. So I don't know who you gotta like. I don't, but I have. You have to feel love. You have to feel that. You have to feel that to know that that's true. Like I don't. I have to feel somebody out to know if they have like a. And I don't know. I haven't. From what I've seen, I don't feel like. I feel like both options we're doomed when it comes to that part. But if you want like the caring for black people, both options don't serve us anyway. So I think the most we're gonna get out of this right now is between health and technology. That's what the fight is. As far as our skin color, white, black, we all in the end we'll realize we're all the same. We messed that up years ago. But right now, these are the main important things that's going on in our society. That's in our society that I see, and that's health and technology. Now, health could come along with all the gun violence and everything too, because if your mental ain't right, you're going out there with the gun and you're going with the kamikaze no matter what. Now after that, but technology might be the thing that can carry us on into the future or have like better outcomes and cures and things like that. But we don't who's in cahoots with those. We don't know. We don't know what president has those people behind him and those people behind him. There's only a few people that run this world. There's only a few. Don't think it's a whole bunch of people holding hands. It's not. I think that what we're looking, the type of vote that we're voting is not going to be the vote that finalizes everything else. I think that vote has been passed. I think they know who they want to put in office, but we're right now, they're just seeing how do we think? Like we're the juries of this whole presidential election nonsense. That's what it feels like to me. But you feel if Trump gets in office, I feel like it's not. I don't feel like anything's gonna change in any way in 4 years. What do you guys feel like something's gonna change, or what do you feel like as far as these two presidents? What would be the benefits of them in office? Like, what's really the benefits? What do you see coming out of this? Because I feel like to me, on my personal take, I feel like we're gonna go through war regardless. We're dealing with a cyber war right now, and it's gonna be an up in front of our face war. It's something we can't hide from. This is what's gonna happen. I feel it's gonna be more destruction before the rebuild. And you got to remember, do you guys think that Trump can go through for the whole four? And why doesn't? And I always ask myself, why do you think America? And this is not like to crack on age, but it's kind of like, why don't we have younger presidents? I have to really look into that. Why don't we have at least a little bit younger, so when just in case they have to serve both terms, they'll be at an age old enough where they grew through the whole. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I think you got an answer for me. Hold on. Yeah, I feel the same way. You have to be 36 to run. 36. Well, 36 is not. 36 to run. That's not bad. 36, you've seen a lot. 36 is, damn. I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like what you said, bro. I feel like they know who they voted on already. And I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist type of person, but I'm just going off of how I feel and what I've been seeing, what I've been researching. I put up a reaction on just things on like, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, like on face masks and they're building up new things, but all of these things are deceptional. You know. The two things that messed things up in these times, cameras was the biggest thing. Because now we got to see, before if we didn't have a camera, something fly through the air, we couldn't really tell somebody else and they have to believe you. They can go on with their day, but if when you tape it and everybody's taping something, yes, we're gonna find something in one of those tapes that we didn't expect. And I think that right there is what changed the world of making people more open to it could be something else. With this election, I don't feel the election energies taken into it's not about the people. I don't feel it's about the people. I feel it's about something that we don't know about. I feel like it's about something behind that has to be covered that we don't know about. As either we owe some people or people are doing something to us. Something is going down that we don't know about. And I feel like just like everything else, do because of social media and people being people and us being in everybody's business, we're gonna find out. Somebody going, whether it be a whistleblower or something, as time would tell, as the story goes, we're gonna find out one of these days. You can't hide it forever. So, however this goes, I just want us all to be prepared and still have that energy of coming together regardless of who wins. Because people get so vexed of if somebody wins that they feel like didn't want to win and now they shut down and that's a whole emotional state and they're out of place of what they got to do next. No, we have to continue on with what we were doing and trying to build on what we have. We can't depend on people to love us and actually want to do the right for us. We have to know that for ourselves. We have to know it for ourselves. Going out in these towns by yourself is not as bad as it was in back in the day. People don't, oh, I'm gonna go out by myself. No, you go out, stand on the things that you believe in. You go out like a soldier out there fighting for the things you believe in, and that's how you have to have. You have to have a bulletproof heart and try to see things for what it is instead of what people tell you what it is. So if you say you feel like Trump is gonna win, hey, he might. He might. It looks crazy. When they shot at him, man, when they shot at him and he put up his fist, America champions this. Some you could understand. There's different types of underdogs. You could be an underdog of a person of privilege that came from privilege and fighting for something that is need to be fighting for, and people still can gravitate to that energy because everybody loves an underdog. So I don't know, man. I find myself like, I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to believe in this whole thing. But I know something's up. Something's up, you guys. Something's up. I think, okay, you see him? Yes. Yeah. It's true too because yeah, they've been here. You see the trick in it. Look, this is how I look at it. Those guys, they've been around here for a long time and they have more more knowledge on the past. But what we needed was more knowledge on what is coming. That's where Gen Z came in. That's where Gen Z said, hold on, wait. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this because I don't get that. I don't get this. And they haven't fulfilled those needs. What they did was they tried to replace it. They tried to put AI and all this stuff in it. But while it was throwing all this technology at us, they didn't realize the people that build the technology are from those places. See, everything out here is like they say the smartest people in the world. They're coming from Russia. Out there, hackers are championed. Where out here, hackers are put in prison. You understand? You see the difference in the art of war. You see the difference in mindset. In Russia, when you're hacking and you're good at hacking, they put you in a place where you're amongst a bunch of hackers and they're raising these minds of people that break into things and that those in turn become the people that can break into security and break into this. But out here, when you're caught for invading something that they're hiding that they don't want us to know about and hacking into things like that, we are put in prison. So we're not championed for our mental strength. We are actually taken away for that, for knowing how to break in a system that has a flaw. Whereas in Russia, they are championed for that. So people look forward to being more smarter than other people. And that's the reason why they have that little leap above us. They have that. I will admit it, they have it. Even their weapons are better. I looked into these things, their weapons are better, and this was all being put from a long time ago. People from the years and years and years ago in war knew this would happen in these times. But those people were silenced because they knew what was going on in those wars. They had to paint a different picture for us to hold their mental strength for the things that they saw. So now when Gen Z come out here with the cameras and you put them in war, now they're scared to put them out there because Gen Z going to talk and tell you what exactly happened. So it's a different thing now. They have to be careful of the soldiers they put in because now people are talking what they're seeing. People are seeing things that's out of their mind they never seen before. I'm telling you, man, right now deception is running the world. What people put in your face, never believe it. There's always something behind that curtain. I'm telling you, these people are stand on a podium with their fingers crossed behind their back and fool you. And fool you. Remember I told you the same person you whispering to is the person right there is doing the same thing you whispering to him about. Never forget that. That's why I'm always open to everybody's opinions, open to everybody's thoughts. Why they like Trump, why they like Biden, why they like Kamala. These are what's how we come together. And what I oftentimes see is people have more points for the person that's more outspoken. See, sometimes you gotta scream at the high on the top of the mind for everybody to hear you. With something crazy for somebody that just to get the attention of the people. All the humble in the corner, this and that ain't gonna get you nowhere. And that's the reason why America, we have to look stronger than that and we have to be stronger. Or if after this is all over the election, you think there's not gonna be more people trying to assassinate and all this stuff? Don't think this is something new. This is something that we're gonna be dealing with, man. This is not. We have 4 years. 4 years we have to deal with it. We can't party through this one. We can't dance through this. It's gonna be in our face. I know it. Right. Most of the high rankers, they're all in one. They're all on one team. It's the dream team. It's the dream team, man. I'm telling you, man. The people that we thought had power, trust me, you guys, check out my reaction on money. Today's episode of money, power, and ownership is the craziest. I'm down to face mask, clone mask. I'm talking about everything that was deception that people tried to fool people with. There's always a story. There's always some reason why they did it. It's not just, oh, I caught you. No, no. Why? Why? Because it's a lot of times people think that, okay, because Donald Trump is out there and he might be screaming about this and that, but there's a lot of things that he could do and slip up too that might miss and tell us something that we're not supposed to know too. They're scared of that too. We don't know who's really the person that's really wants who in office right now. Trust me, we don't know. There's a lot going on. I won't be so quick to say, just spewed out, if I just him or him, because we might be all messed up on this one. It don't feel good. Y'all gotta admit it. It don't feel good. It don't. People dropping out, jumping out. Biden's gone. People was telling him to leave a while ago, and now he's disappearing. It seems like America, the gates are open in America, and it's scary. It's very scary. Everybody always talking about, oh, no, why don't you pull him up? No, it's not about pulling anybody up. If you can't trust your own culture and the people that are out here killing their own people, it's not about pulling somebody up. It's about pulling somebody in. The people on the side of you, pull them in. And you try to pull somebody up, they pull you down with them. It's about pulling them in, not pulling them up. Forget with the pulling them up. Pulling them up, they have to reach where a certain point of achievement so that you can have some kind of value in helping them get in the same place and helping them out. You can't just, if somebody say, you help me out with my business, and they haven't even had a trademark or any education on how the business works, you can't just throw your money into them yet. You have to wait till they're right by the side, you ready to go, where you feel them at a point, where then you pull them in. Not no pull them up. Pull them up, them people down there, they want to stay down there, most of them people. The ones you see with that have strength in them to make it into a better place, they'll get to a destination where they find themselves of value, and then you pull them and you help them in. But a lot of these people, everybody don't have the same ideologies of what's going, or the same vision of what's going to happen next. So the people that have a little bit of sense with them, you stick to those people and you try to build with them. So that if something comes around, you have maybe some people to have a little circle chat about and break stuff down. Have a better understanding. What you say, bro? Y'all giving me good energy. I thought I was gonna have some. Let me see. Yes, I believe so. I believe so. I feel like there's a lot of bullying going on behind the scenes, and I feel like social media had a lot to do with a lot of people decisions too. I feel like social media, the up holler of everybody, just pointing the finger of what they expected or what they should expect to come, had a lot of decisions in Biden stepping out too. But I feel like behind the scenes, he was always going to come to this point, but it was just this whole, he didn't want like Trump to push him out and make it seem like he was getting pushed out, but he knew he had to step down. So I don't know, man. It's a confusing, it's a big mess. It's a big mess. It's a big mess. To be honest with you, America is looking scary right now. I've seen a lot of people, and I feel like America, we are, I hate to say it like the best and this and that, but I would say it's very, I love America, and I love the fact that you do have some slight, a little freedom to discover new things for yourself and become a person of greatness just by you doing what you have to do and going into, but it's sometimes you get these roadblocks that they don't tell you about, and people that don't want you to get to these places, and the gatekeepers, and these people that try to scratch you out, and these are the people that you cannot, we got to get them out of here. We got to get them all out of here. We got to get, no matter some way, somehow. That's why I said, out of this whole thing, if this ain't between good and evil, I don't really participate. If it's bad and evil, I hate it. Good and good, I can't trust it. This has to be between good and evil, and I could tell you, oh, I'll go for that person. But right now, I'm the most confused out of everybody, because I don't trust them people. Not at all. Not at all. I can't sit here and tell you I trust them. I can't. I can't. Not at all. Not at all. Not one bit. It's like life is like people are living in the outside world. People are living like a Call of Duty game. I knew guys on Call of Duty that can hit a sniper shot better than that guy. It's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, man. Today is like I have so many things to do. I'm gonna do like a little quick workout, get my body right. I got some grapes here, but it tastes a little, all right. Let me see. Mm-hmm. People want the most, y'all. And I don't know why. That social media got people thinking like, sometimes in life, it ain't about all these things you put into your life that, if you notice, people that have the most stress right now, they have the most subscriptions, they have the most stuff they have to pay for, and they put these things on themselves. Being the once you start minimizing all the stuff that you don't need, you start taking those out the way. It starts puring yourself before you don't think about, what's the next pair of sneakers or how many shirts no, you don't start thinking about those are things that you don't have to think about. Just think about you, yourself, and loving yourself, and you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about how people present all this stuff. People put a burden on themselves in these times because of social media. They want to look this certain way and keep up with the Joneses. No, I don't got time with that nonsense, man. The Joneses ain't even got a long life to live. They full of regrets and hurt coming along their way from the things that how they treat people. And that's life. That's just how it goes, man. You don't get to live it out both ways, man. For the people that thought the grass was greener, they see what's going on. And for the people that stood and started building what they see what's going on. So everybody makes their choices. Everybody makes their choices. I just don't want y'all to go on there, especially for the people that don't make these mistakes of putting all your energy into other people than putting it into your own self. because your health and everything is what's going to count. Your health, if you think right, that's everything in these times. People want your mind and your soul. Forget about your body. Your body is just your body, but your mind and your soul is what's going to lead other people, is what's going to connect people. Your soul is what brings God into your establishment and make you, nobody can do nothing or jump in and mess up what you got going, because it all turns back on them. Your mind is what holds the strength to make you think and figure things out. A lot of people don't have that. They don't have that. No matter what they can do a whole bunch of things. They could be the best sports player, but if you can't figure things out for yourself when they put you outside of what you do, then you are lost out here in this world. It is what it is. Don't let nobody fool you. They can put on the most expensive shades and can't see nothing out of them. They can put on the most expensive clothes and ain't got no value in themselves. So this is how it works. This is how it works. When you value yourself, you feel good about yourself. You wake up every day trying to connect with people that see things for what it really is. This world has changed in the midst of a few years. Trust me, things are not the same. Things are not, the person that you're voting in office, it's not like the world's going to change the day after that. But it just says, it's going to show you how are you going to get are you going to get a loan for that house you want? Are you going to, if you stump your foot, are you going to, how are you going to get treated? Is your insurance going to be going up? Are you going to lose things that are value, or are you going to lose the things that you might not need? You know how mad they are that people are spending their money on these items that they just feel like it's not going into their pockets, so they have to find some deceptional ways for them to get that money back to them. And they do it every single time. Then come out. Then they just raise 42 something billion. So if they could raise that quick and that money could just throw in money in there, why can't they help the people that's out here right now in need of that, so they can get their minds right to think clear to who to vote on? Well, there you go. You know, you're gonna get all. I think this voting election is gonna be. I don't know who's gonna win, because people don't know who to trust. So I'm gonna be very curious to see, how this all turns out. That's the best thing I can say. But am I nervous? Hell no. Hell no. Been through worse. It gonna take a lot more than that. Our healthcare is the worst. In the UK, the healthcare is good. I mean, the doctors come to your home and everything. We more and out here in America, we really gotta start concentrating on us as the people before we start concentrating on the business and the losses they have. Because those losses that those businesses have, they was pulling in billions and billions of dollars. If they took that money and build up the people around it so they can keep being a continuous. Remember, I told you, if you have somebody that's buying, like for example, me. If I have somebody that's buying for my brand, right, and they're buying T-shirts for me, but they're going through a mental issue, and I don't serve their mental issue, like try to step up and put on a T-shirt, love yourself, and I don't put something on a T-shirt, I feel like I lost that customer. I feel like they could be lost any day now, and they might not be able to come back to spend on my brand because they might lose their mind. I just be thinking crazy. I know it sounds like too crazy, but if the world is going through mental issues, man, there's no way any decisions made is going to be, it's just going to be a toss-up. That's how we living. That's how we living. Right now, that's how we living. That's how we living. Health is everything. Health is everything. We hear so many people getting sick and they just tag on a name to it and just make and call it whatever they want. Nah, it ain't like that. Yo, where's the cure that coming with that? What's coming with that? That's why I say I eat my fruits. I'm trying to change. Slowly by slowly. It takes a lot for a person that just lived his life eating anything he wanted to now coming and watching what he's eating. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Your intake is everything nowadays. Not what you spewed out. Your intake, man, that thing could eat you alive. I love y'all for real. People out here losing people. It's scary. The reason why I'm be honest with y'all. All right, love y'all. Love y'all. Australia, love you, man. You already know, man. Australia, man. Always tune in. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you just stopping through. Yeah, man. I hope as everybody in the world, hope that we all find a place where we can feel happier about ourselves again and everybody come together. I know it sounds crazy, but it could be done. As quick as AI can solve things, as humans we can solve things too. So, yeah, man. Shouts out to everybody in Australia. Love you guys. Love you guys. And I'm hoping you guys don't get any of these these things that we can't use, like what they call them, like natural disaster, hurricanes and things like that. I hope nobody's wherever they're at, they don't experience none of these things. In the West Indies, like my people's in Barbados and people's out in Jamaica and a lot of places they're experiencing, turmoil and a whole bunch of things that we might be privileged because we're not in those areas, that we're not living like that. But sometimes you gotta feel what other people, because that affects how people think. So maybe I'm just rambling and spilling how I feel, but everything is so scattered for me right now, you guys. Just thinking about, yeah, I don't know what's next to come, but I do know that I could get myself strong enough to endure it. Okay. Well, I drink a lot of water and I do eat salads, but I do eat meat too. I do still eat meat. I eat like chicken. I'm West Indian. I eat a lot of stewed chicken. I eat jerk chicken sometimes. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but I eat a lot of like stewed chicken. I don't eat that much beef, but I do eat beef, but here and there. Like today, I don't know, I might get a soup or something. I'm not sure. I might get a food today. I'm not into it. I haven't been eating like heavy meals. Been just trying to get myself together, man. Trying to get myself together. But what I did add into it, like now I'm starting like a slow workout for myself. I just started something that I can pace myself out in between the day and get things going. So when I get out of here, I feel more better. But it's all about how you feel and how you take your energy. I don't know. Sometimes people understand. Sometimes the end could mean the beginning. So it's never an end, it's like it's maybe a new beginning. I never just say the end, but maybe a new beginning is coming. Yeah, I can see that, and I'm always prepared for that. I believe in the Most High. I'm not, life can be scary, but without that, then you won't know what to watch out for, right? And that's why we attach to things like scary movies and things that shock us and surprise us, because that little sense of, oh, kind of can give you those sparks to wake up something else that you never thought it could be. So I'm prepared. I'm preparing myself for whatever is yet to come. But I'm just hoping for the best. I'm just hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that people could find some kind of understanding and coming together. Because everybody's trying to get in everybody's business, but nobody's trying to help everybody with their business. My goodness, man. It seems. Oh, I was talking about that the other day. It seems like the more people make, the more people accomplish, is the more like a bigger target they are, and it's a sad thing, especially in hip hop. I'm coming to find out that you're in that game. Yeah, depending on how you present yourself and how you put yourself out to the people, that in turn shows the type of people that attract to you. So if you're putting out violent music with violence in it, just expect that people are going to approach you with that same violence that you're putting out there. And it's sad, but it's the truth, because entertainment has been running, the temperature of the media for a minute now, and you got to take some kind of responsibility in the things you put down. Words are powerful. It doesn't take a wise man to tell you that. These are things that's just we knew from the scriptures and just the Bible and things that whatever you believe in. Words are the most powerful things on the earth. You can say something that carry on for years and years and years and make people feel a certain way. So you have to be mindful of that. A lot of these rappers are losing their lives, and it's like I see the back and forth. I had spoke on this before with Pop Smoke and his mom, just speaking on him, and the type of soul that she has. She has a humble soul, but it's a soul that she's trying to find peace and understanding in that tragedy, and it still hasn't all the way, like, it's not all the way figured out yet, but she knows that her son's spirit is still there. These are the type of trauma that people are left with in these times. It's not the trauma of, oh, he is he passed away in a natural death. No, people are getting taken off of this earth. And for prized thing, these possessions that are filtered in social media for people to keep their eyes wide and offer the things that's really important, like who's going to be running the world in the next 4 years to come. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to get out of here, you guys, in a few, and then just I'm gonna work on some. I'm gonna try to work on some animations for you guys, and I also got those 2 videos. I want you guys to really, really, really check that out. But yeah, like today was just, I feel like my energy was so scattered today, you guys. It was just like, I didn't know what to bring to you guys that would give you a different outlook of what's going on, because what's going on right now is so strong in the media, and I didn't think I was going to be able to overweigh that with the things that I really feel that's important in these times. So I let this go and let people try to find some kind of understanding in it and come back to your boy. And I'll have some, I'm going to be, the next episode for you guys, I want to look up some health tips on you for you guys, and some money tricks that maybe you guys could do on the side just to better your income, because you're going to need a little bit of that and a little bit of the health to keep you going in these times, man. It's more than a war. It's just, it's people connecting with people. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon, man. You know, what is it? Wednesday I'll be back with you guys, so it's not going to be like we're going to be going and missing forever. I'll probably drop videos in between. And who you guys are voting for, it doesn't matter to me. What really matters to me, as long as you feel comfortable in who you are supporting, and they handle, they fit your needs, and even if they don't, that's who you're repping behind. All power to you, man. I'll never be a person that just judges you for the way your outlook on things are, because you might know something I don't, and we can learn from each other. So until next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I got a lot of things coming. I'm gonna have to bring my energy up a little higher for Wednesday, but you guys stay tuned, man. Love you. Peace.